So Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by heavyweight contender Kash Ali. Headlining Friday night, Dennis Hobson Fightzone TV show against Thomas Salek. How are you feeling? Only a couple of days to go.
Yeah, I feel good. It's been a good training camp and the training's been good. Training's gone good. Just looking forward to perform on Friday night now.
So you've on a winning run of 3 since probably your most famous fight to date as a professional against David Price. And I don't know how much you like looking back on that fight, but I have to take you back to it because it raised your profile massively. Whatever the good and bad of the situation, a lot more people know you as a result. How do you reflect on that fight now, and have you watched it back many times?
Yeah, I definitely watched it back. Like I said, it was a big fight, and I can take from the fight. Like I said, I was in with a bronze Olympic and a former Commonwealth British champion, who David Price, I believe, is better than a British level. He's always fallen short at the world level. But for me, I know I was in the fight, and the fight was probably starting to turn around a bit. It was getting a bit interesting in the last 4 or 5 rounds. So I can take stuff from it, as in from the fight, what I did right, what I did wrong, obviously apart from how it ended. But just before that incident happened, I can take good and bad from it. But yeah, it's been good. I still, regardless, we still did 5 rounds. I still experienced going away on someone's back garden with 9,000-10,000 people. So I got all that experience in. So I can take that into all these fights what I've had after that, especially on Friday as well. We're topping the bill we're topping the bill as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good.
What I have to ask about that fight is, like you said, it was just getting interesting. You were well in the fight. You weren't kind of losing the fight massively or anything like that. You looked like you had a chance to win it. Why did you do what you did?
Yeah, it was a moment of madness, to be honest. Like, weird things happened in that fight. Like I said, we went back and forth. He was clubbing me back on my head. Obviously, we got in a clinch, and it was mad. Obviously, before all that, I had a bad year. My dad passed away like 6-7 months before that, and everything. Not saying that was the reason, but little things. Probably my head wasn't in the right. So, but now I'm in a good place. I've got a good team around me, and I'm ready to perform and put that in the past and show people how good I really am.
And presumably, no kind of bad feelings. I think David Price came out a few months later, said he forgave you and everything else, and everything's fine now between the two of you.
Yeah, David's a nice bloke. Like I said, before we fought, I've been to Liverpool and sparred a lot in Rotherham as well, and we've always got on and stuff. And there's no hard feelings. I didn't buy him because he was David Price. I don't like him.
Yeah, no.
But obviously, like I said, we spoke after that, and we've had a good chat after that. And like I said, he forgave me for the moment of madness what I did, and he's moved on from it. And like I said, I've moved on it from it as well. I've learned from it, and that's it. We're ready to go.
You've had the 3 wins since. You've looked good doing it. Dennis Hobson clearly believes in you as well. What's been the key to that kind of change in form or that improvement in your performances?
Like I said, I teamed up with Richard Towers, who's a former European champion as well, who's training people now. So, like I said, I've known Richard a long time. As a spar with him when he was boxing, and now he's training people. So, like I said, he's training fighters. So we've got a good relationship, with a working progress, and it's coming on nicely. He's working on it mentally, physically, and that's what he does, and it's coming on, and it's been shown in my last few fights. Even the kids I'm sparring with now, they're saying I'm a lot better than what I was before. So I'm with Dennis and Steve. They're gonna, they can map the fights out and get me to where I want to go. So it's all good. It's all good.
And Thomas Salek, that fight's for an IBF European title, so it'll get you in the world rankings, of course. Does that mean you're planning to kind of bypass the domestic belts and domestic scene, or is it just a great opportunity?
Yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity. First of all, if you have to go to British, I'm not saying about past that level, but there's some big fights at British level. Sometimes they could be, the British fight for a British title could be a bigger fight than something in the European, the kind of stuff. Because obviously with the builds up and the other good fighters on the British scene. So whichever, I'm focused on this Friday, and then from there we'll take it from there. But if the big British title come along, I'm sure that's something what every British fighter wants to win. It's a prestige title, so if I can get that under my belt, I'll 100% have that as well.
Who have you been sparring in the build-up to this one?
Yeah, I've had some good sparring. I did a quite a bit with Dereck Chisora. Who fought Parker a few weeks back. I was down in London for a few weeks sparring him for that. So obviously, I'll get my work in as well. And then I did a bit with Josie Parker as well, not so long back as well. So I had some good sparring and having a good spars with them.
Good stuff. Now, when you came back from the Price fight, you dropped quite a bit of weight. Then you went into Sokolovsky, you dropped even more weight. But then for your last fight in December, you put about a stone back on. What was the thinking with the weight, and where do you see as kind of your best weight?
Yeah, I think, I did. I think I probably stripped the fight after the David Price fight. I stripped quite a lot of fat. I trimmed up, and then we start putting a bit more muscle on. But to be honest, like I said, more than anything, just sort of cleaned up my diet a little bit. And you see little changes. It's the little stuff outside boxing what make the big difference. The diet. It's not even the diet. Just cutting out the bad junk and being disciplined with food. And like I said, all that stuff, and it all adds up. So I've not really been looked at my way, but I think I'm best around 17 stone or something like that. A top end of 16, 17 stone, but I feel strong and fast as well. But sometimes come too down, you've got the speed when you feel like you start lacking power a bit. But I think about 17 stone, it's about good. It's about good for me. 17 and a half or something.
What can you tell us about Thomas Salek? Have you seen much of him? Is there much on YouTube?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of him I've seen some of his fights. Like I said, he's got big knockouts on his record. So he looks like he definitely can punch. But I believe any heavyweight can punch. If I fought a heavyweight who had 10 losses, never knocked nobody out, even that's a dangerous fight, because a heavyweight one swing, the party could be over. So you've got to be alert all the time. But from looking at it, it seemed like a typical German style, hands up tight, coming forward, letting big shots go. So it's going to be good. Like I said, I'm going to go in there and put a boxing performance on. So if I go some rounds, then by all means let it. But I know I can punch as well. So if I do, I won't be surprised if I knock him out early, or if it goes the distance, I'm ready. Whichever way it goes. But I'm confident that my hand will be raised at the end of the night.
Fightzone TV launched last week. Seemed to do really well. Got great feedback on social media. How do you feel about being their headline fighter on the second show? It seems like a great new beginning.
Yeah, definitely, especially this fight. I'm really excited, because not just for me, for all other fighters, because I feel like now all the fighters from Fightzone who fight on it, they've got a platform to perform. They've got a platform for people to watch them on TV and whatnot. Because otherwise, if you're not boxing on Sky Sports, I feel like a lot of fighters will fall behind because nobody's seen them fight. Nobody gets a chance to see them apart from YouTube fights or something. But now this is a perfect platform for all the fight up and coming, and people like myself. Like I said, I'll be topping bill, and once I win this, I'll be topping more bills, and I just want it. Hopefully, it just gets bigger and bigger. With people coming and supporting us. So you just need to subscribe. It's like £5 a month, and you got boxing on every week, every Friday for a full year, which is nothing, is it? Really, £50 a year or something. £5 a week, £5 a month. Sorry, £1 a week. It's not a lot, is it? Really?
No, not at all. Well, we wish you the very best of luck, of course, for Friday night. We've got a guy there, Joe Lee, will be at the show, so he'll interview you after the fight. Fingers crossed, celebrating victory and your new belt over your shoulder. Yes. And yeah, we'll look forward to catching up with you again afterwards.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, and we'll have a chat after the fight once I've won.
Brilliant. Good luck, mate. Take care.
Good day. Thank you. Bye.
And you.